News. I'm Darren from the Action Network, joined by Simon Hunter of the Favorites podcast. We were talking, Simon, on the podcast about everything that's going on in the collectibles world, and you volunteered that you are a Pokemon guy. So tonight we're going to do something special. I'm just going to set it up. You have a blue cash box childhood lockbox that, yes, with a nameplate that I
All
had.
the dust still on it.
I had the same thing, and you are promising that there are Pokemon cards in there. How do we know? You just remember?
No, well, you made me look in there, but I've been looking anyway, so I'd opened it up. So that's how I know that these are at least base because it hasn't been touched since 99 2000. Like I literally moved and it stayed in my basement that entire time. So that's the range we're going with.
Okay, so for those who are in for intrigue and not necessarily in for Pokemon, which I've kind of set up in this time because in this and age of breaks and hey, you might not be interested in Pokemon and you're just interested in the mystery of what's in there. So we know that there's Pokemon cards in there. We know that it's from 1999 2000, which in the US, I believe 1996 was when it started in Japan, right? 1999, the first edition came to the U.S.
Trading cards, yes.
Trading cards, um, and so and that's of course the most valuable. We've seen obviously the hololess, the shadowless Charizard sell for tremendous amount of money. People went nuts when collector Jeremy Padower uh, paid $120,000 for the entire Series One first edition set, and
Oh
now
yeah.
the value of that is somewhere around maybe 800,000, I think. Um, so just quickly, how many Pokemon cards do you have? Like, have you made money on it? Have you flipped it yet, or what's your situation?
Yeah, I've been flipping ungraded. Anything I get graded, I've kept because the process of getting stuff graded, even before this whole boom, was still a process. So anytime I was able to get a card graded, get it back. Right now, my best graded card is a first edition Blastoise, which is a 9, and that's one of those where I'm just going to keep in a lockbox for who even knows 20, 30 years. But I love collecting Pokemons. Like I have some right here that I'm going to send out and get graded. I got a Mewtwo and a Hitman,
Okay.
both base, and I have been sending them out and getting them graded, but there's a couple cards I'm scared to send out, and it's just because they are so rare. So it might be one of those where I'm just going to take a vacation and I'll go get it graded in person at these different places, and I'll just wait for a week until I get them back
Right.
because,
So I mean
it,
that's obviously in this world that's going on now. You hear that from so many people. I'm scared to send it in. FedEx has a ridiculous, unless you get some sort of exception for regular people. FedEx insurance is $2,500. So I sent $35,000 worth of tickets on $2,500. Like for the day, I was like dying. I was like, this is ridiculous. I just I just spent all this money on buying like secretariat signed betting slips, and I was like, God, this is just going to be a disaster. So it is certainly a challenge. All right, so we're going to open this up. We're looking for Charizard, Blastoise, and what's the third big one?
I mean, there's so many. I'm going to go through it and really break it down because I've been doing this now for, I didn't even get to your question. So I probably have about 2,000, and I've maybe sold about five, and it was ones that I had multiple copies of and they weren't graded. So what I'm hoping for here is I've been finding a lot of base set and first edition jungle, which is like, I mean, depends on the grade, but some of them are selling for 1,000, 1,500. And then I've had a couple first edition, and we'll break it down for people if you're new and you don't know how to grade these Pokemon. I'll go through it and show people what you're looking for.
And and
Because
I'll find out. I'll go to eBay and look at the last consummated price to see if we can pull up something if we think we know what's going on.
yeah, because some of these will be worth probably nothing. Like that's what, like I don't really know. Like that's what is fun right now is I could pull out a Venusaur, who knows, something really expensive and sweet first edition, or I could go for nothing. But I'll crack it open here. We'll get it started, buddy. We won't keep the
Now,
people waiting.
do we have to? There's no key there anymore. What are you using? Is it X-Acto knife?
No, I broke it open when I when I
Oh,
found it.
got it.
I stuck a
You
screwdriver in it.
haven't gone through it, right?
I haven't. All I saw was the top card, and then I looked through it when you asked me if there was any full packs in there.
Got it. You flipped through
Okay.
it, but you don't know if there's a first edition Charizard in there, correct?
I don't know. And the only thing I've seen so far was a base set card, which was just a common. So
Okay.
I'll show the stack on camera. This is what was in the bank.
So they're in a cases or no?
Yes, they're all in sleeves.
Okay, got it.
Like
Jimmy,
even my old cards I found, they were in all my books. They were in I put them in sleeves as well. So that was something we were doing like in the 90s. People were sleeving cards because that was a thing.
Jimmy says that I suck. We encourage hate watching. As long as you're watching, we don't care whether you love us or hate us.
That's perfect because I'm gonna ask you so many questions, Darren. You're not even ready.
Let's go. I'm getting my eBay open right now. What's that first one? Oh, I
So
lost your volume.
You lost my volume.
Now I got it. Now I got it.
Okay.
Sandabrew?
Sandshrew.
Sandshrew.
So you can see there, that's a base set. So what we're looking for is there's nothing over here, and that's what you're looking for. See, there's no symbol or anything.
Right.
That's how you know it's base. So that's definitely something we're looking for. So that's a good start. That means
Sandshrew base first edition, right?
no, it's just base. First edition
Okay.
is different. First edition is a little more expensive.
Okay. So that's a common base card, Sandshrew. 62
50
out of
cents.
102.
You don't even got to worry about that one.
Okay. All right, next one.
And this is what I'm worried about. We got an energy.
Those are the
So
garbage, right? The energy.
that's I mean it's this one right here is actually first edition, so it's actually worth some money. But it's still if this is me stashing away my energies back in the day, I apologize to everyone ahead
Well,
of
hey,
time.
but there's good excitement in this, right?
So let's see what
What's
that
the
is.
next one?
That is a Bellsprout, and it is not first edition, but it's jungle. Okay, so we have base right now, and we have jungle, which is pretty interesting. So, like we were saying, the time frame it kind of lines up 99. Oh man, so this one right here, I'm pulling out. This is a trainer, which is pretty rare. It looks like a dog got to it. It is all bumped
Oh
up.
man,
Yeah, man,
come on,
really bad whitening too. So that's a dud. I'll put that in a throwaway box.
trainer.
Okay, here we go.
What do you got?
Got an Eevee jungle. It's not worth much, but once again, I'm happy to get jungle. This is an
Right, because
early
now this
99.
is indie. All right, Ho. Jay, how do we get this on the screen? Jay says, what do you think about a jungle first edition Voltaren Hollow nearly mint?
Woo! See, the thing is the nearly mint. So what people are looking for right now is you need to check the back of your cards. Like again, we're gonna go through it here. You're looking to make sure there's no white. If there's white spots all over the back of your card, I mean that might drop it if they're grading it 3 to
But
4
why
points.
does it manifest itself as white?
So these cards here, we'll do the next one. Oh my god! So we got a good one here. Nice. So that's a Snorlax first edition jungle, and there is no
How do you
white.
spell it?
Wow, first edition jungle Snorlax, and there's no white. So what you're looking for is the center. See how it's kind of close to both edges, and then on the edges you're looking at the yellow. Sorry, I'm shaking a little bit. I just can't believe I just pulled this card, and it's pretty good center
So
wise. So I'm gonna put
is this card number 27 of 64?
yes, sir. First edition,
So that's not too crazy. It says Snorlax first edition hollow or no?
non-hollow.
It says it's like 25 bucks.
Yeah, that's non-graded. This thing is clean. Like there's no white on the back. That's what I'm looking for, and you can see in the middle it's pretty centered, really nice. So yeah,
And
obviously
because
this is
Pokemon cards are harder, right, than a regular cardboard card, really,
a
are
little
they
bit.
less condition sensitive?
Yeah, like the whitening. This is what my biggest thing I'm looking for is the whitening on the back because some of these cards, if they get a little bit of it, they get it bad. And you can get it a bunch of different ways. You can get it from grease in people's hands, from the sun. But basically, the cards, that's what they're printed on. They're printed on some white type of cardboard. So that Snorlax, I know you didn't say it was that much, but if you look online, some of these mint, I'm looking right here. There's one going that's a PS9, 1,000. So I'm definitely, that's one I'm putting on the side here. I just put in a different sleeve. I'm gonna get it graded. Here we have a Caterpie. So this is what's gonna be pretty interesting. This is a base. See how there's no symbol on either side? But you see here on the side, there's no shadow. And that's what people need to look for in their cards. There's no black on this edge here.
Shadowless.
It's exactly a shadowless base.
See,
So
this is the fun of Pokemon, discovering you have to look at things closely, right? Like if you have a 1954 Topps Hank Aaron, it's a 1954 Topps Hank Aaron. I mean, I guess when you get closer, sometimes it's an OPG or a Tiffany, but like there's really no question, here it's like, is it shadowless or not?
right. And I'm gonna go through it here because I'm hoping we have some more shadowless in here. I've probably found up to 200 or 300 shadowless cards, and the first edition, that's what I'm looking for right now. They're all shadowless. So this card here that's shadowless, the theory is they printed these on the first edition palettes, but they just didn't put first edition on the other side over here. So basically, it's the same exact card their first edition was printed on, but it just doesn't have first edition on it. And then the next group of these, that's what's different. They have dark over here. And maybe if I find another one, we can compare because you can really see the difference in the shadowless and the not shadowless.
Jay just mentioned in our chat the third name I was looking for after Blastoise and Charizard, Bulbasaur. I've seen
No. So
no?
it goes Blastoise, Charizard, and then Venusaur.
Those are the top three, you would say?
Those are the top three.
Okay.
And if we're talking first edition, those are the top three, no doubt. And then Clefairy, and there's a couple other hollows that are like first edition. I mean, mint, they go for 30,000. And we'll talk about on the show. Logan Paul is basically doing a card drop Sunday night, which all these cards I'm showing right now say they're $1, $2. They're gonna jump up $1 or $2 because
Right.
every time he's done one of these drops, cards have really shot up. Here we go. So we got a Charmeleon base set. These are the ones you're kind of looking for. So online, this one's probably going for just $10. Like they're not crazy rare,
But
expensive
you're like legit excited. Like it's
because
funny.
these are ones people care about. These are like this one turns into the Charizard. So if I'm gonna find a Charizard in this group right here, these are the card. This is the card I need to see to pull one. So that means it's when I bought that base set, a Charizard that came in there came with this card right here. So that's what like it's exciting to see one of these. But I want War Turtles. I want Venusaurs, like because these lead to hollows, and that's what you look for, especially when you're going through your cards.
How old were you in 1999?
Oh man, like 10-9.
Good
So
years.
like
Years.
yeah. So that's the thing. Like I'm looking, guys, but I can definitely see I played with these. Like there's like a couple of these have a little bit of white on the back, which means like I had them
Now
outside the wrap.
let me take you back a little bit. So I've been buying everything that I played with at 10 years old or less in at the best condition I can find. So like I'll just give you a little treat here. We just picked this up. So, Jesse Ventura. Uh,
Yeah.
it's completely sealed. The glue that glued around here was not meant to hold for too long. Obviously, you're going to open it up really quickly.
Yeah.
So the fact that this is sealed, this is about a $500 piece right now. The Hogan sealed is like 2,000. So like I've been collecting these and video games and things that some of these sealed things are just insane.
So I got to know, have you ever been in an actual fight? Like, has Darren Ravel been punched in the face? Because you were gonna fight someone recently. We won't say their name, but I have to know: has Darren Ravel ever taken an actual punch to the face
No,
in your whole life?
no.
Wow,
I
you
mean, my
should, man. It
brother. I
feels
mean,
it
I
feels
don't
good.
know the extent of like when I wrestled with my brother. Like, did he ever punch me in the face? I
Yeah,
would say for the most part, my face is untouched.
Oh, that's a great run. Yeah, I probably got sucker punched at least 3 times between 18 and 21.
Jesus.
But I mean, dude, if I had a little bit of liquor, I'd run my mouth. So I'm sure I deserve some of those. All right, on to the next one. Wash. It's a Ghastly, but it's base, which is also good. We keep seeing base. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, we can mention PFT. He's the one who turned down the fight.
Here we go. Yeah, PFT, aka Eric Soderberg. Oh wow, look at that.
Another one.
So that's a Charmander. You can look this one up. That's Shadowless.
A
And
Shadowless Charmander.
there is no white on this back. Let's look at the centering.
You want me to look it up in a PSA something or no?
Yeah, I would look it up. PSA, let's say 9 or 8.5. That's because I mean, there's no white on the back. The centering's actually not terrible. Oh, there's a little white up here in this top corner.
So
So
what are we giving it? A 9 or an
yeah,
8?
give it a 9. But it's probably
All
gonna be
right.
8.5.
So a Shadowless. This is fun. I like looking up live. That is you know, a $450 card in a 9.
Boom. And that's what I'm trying to get into people is like this is one card right now. I still have way too many cards to go. So there you go. $400 in a grade 9. This is one I'm
There
putting on the
you
side
go.
with the Snorlax to get graded. And we'll go through them at the end because some of these are pretty like those are and so here this is a perfect example. I can show the difference right here. This was the next card up. I'll move the light over so you get a better view. So see how one's really dark and the other one's not?
Yep.
And that's what I'm talking about. Here is the Shadowless. See there right
Yep.
here, there's no
Yeah.
shadow. Step this one up.
Yeah.
And that's where that's the shadow. So that's something you're looking for.
Yep.
The Shadowless just adds so much value because it makes it even rare. So when people go through these cards, that's something you really need to look for because, like he just said, that's $400 PSA 9. So that's pretty sick. This is a nothing. Not a first edition, so I don't even care about it. It's a jungle. Wheezing. It's sweet art though. Here we go. Mankey first edition jungle. So
Now,
that's not that.
are any of these NFTs?
Yeah, right. I can't tell you how mad I've been. I talked about it on our show. I got 4 packs, but I did that in January, and I never logged back on all throughout playoffs. And as soon as it started blowing up, I think it was what, like the first or second week of November.
About 6 weeks
I
ago.
mean, February. Yeah. I was just like, oh my god, I was sitting on a gold mine. And I didn't care enough because I'm only in $120, but
Right.
it is definitely fun, man. Oh, here we go. Got a hunter base. So that's once again, it's not worth that much money, but still 10, $20.
Dan Friedman just said, "Wow, Simon Hunter can do it all."
Shout out to Dan Freeman. Sounds like a great guy. Here we go. Execute. Oh, it's a jungle first edition. There we go.
Is that a look up worthy or no?
Nah, because it's not hollow.
All right,
But
let's go.
I'm just excited. I'm getting a couple. Like we haven't hit a hollow yet, and that's what I'm hoping for. Here we go. Squirtle base. So that, again, you're gonna look it up. You're gonna be like, it's only $10-$20. I'm like sitting over here. I'm probably up to
Right, $800.
5 or 6 of those $10,
It would
$20
be
ones.
nice if we had a tally, some sort of tally.
No, you're a towel.
Christina, can we build that? Okay.
Oh my god.
No way. Come on.
Blastoise base. Look that one up. Look it up.
All
PSA
right,
9.
here we go.
Let me look
Go
at
to
the
the
back real
binder.
quick for whitening. Oh my god. It's clean, man. That is so clean. Ooh, a little white up in this top corner. But man.
What do you want it to be? In a 9?
Yeah, do a 9. Base 9. That is nice. Blastoise. So that's what we were saying. Like, if I can just find another one of these or a Charizard, I mean, holy heck. That's sweet.
Let's see here. Well, someone wants for a Blastoise in a BGS 9 base set 1999.
Yep.
Someone's dangling $840.
That's not bad.
I mean, that's
840.
out there just being, but yeah. I mean, it's probably between 300 and 600 bucks.
Putting that in the pot will get graded. It's pretty nice. No whitening on the back. There's a little tick in the upper corner of it, which is definitely not going to make it a 10 or a 9. I
Someone's
don't
asking me
think.
to look up B Tormies, like how much is the Dark Scissor Hollow First Edition? You guys got to go to eBay. I mean, it's so easy. You just go to eBay. You go to completed sales sold, and then that's an advanced search, and then look to see when the latest date is.
And just go through all your crap and just try to find these things. Because if you kept them in like I have, if you kept them in sleeves, man, like these things are actually pretty nice. There's not many of them that have too much whitening on them. So as long as they're out of the light, you kept them in a box somewhere in a sleeve, they're going to age pretty well, these Pokemon cards. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, we got another Shadowless, a Coughing.
Okay.
Pretty sweet. I doubt it's worth much. Oh, it's got a mess up. So in its name, it has poison gas Pokemon, and then it put length instead of putting weight. It put length again. So that's
What?
actually pretty interesting.
I don't get it.
It like misprint, like
So where it should say weight, it says length.
yeah, like right there you can see it says length and width. This is again, I'll show the shadowless difference. So this one here is non-shadowless, and this one is shadowless.
Got it.
Kind of see the color.
All right. How many more do we have? I'm
I'll
gonna
fly
ask.
I'll fly through them because some of these are
Yeah,
no
you
good.
gotta
So
fly
this
through 'em. We gotta.
yeah, I got you. So this one here, this is a shadowless war turtle. So it's actually a pretty good one. You don't have to look it up though. Try to find you some
Anyone
good
wants to
ones.
do a little break? I got some video games to show you. Let me know.
Oh yeah, please show.
Um, you go through a couple. I'll bring down some.
All right, here we go. This is actually one you might be able to look up. I got a Shadowless Bulbasaur. So this is base once again. These are the kind of cards you look at all of Darren's stuff. This is the ones you're kind of looking for. You want the original 3. This is the earliest one, and it's Shadowless. So I'll look it up while Darren's doing his thing.
Okay, I'm settled.
So it's a Shadowless base Bulbasaur.
You want me to look that up?
Yeah, because it's probably. I mean, let me check the back. The white's really good. Some could be going for $20 with graded ones. Like if you put this in at a 9, I bet you this is going for a couple hundred, at least 200-300.
Yeah, that's right now closes Sunday. No, I mean a Bulbasaur first edition Shadowless and a PSA 9 is we're talking probably around 700 bucks.
Can't beat that. So then we got base Ponita Shadowless. I got another Charmeleon. This one's also Shadowless, which is again that's what we're looking for is these Shadowless cards because those are misprints. Here we go.
Why are they
Magni.
why are they misprints?
Because I was saying earlier when they printed these out, the Shadowless ones are considered misprint because they're like rare. It's
Because it was printed on the printing sheets from the first edition.
first edition,
Got it.
right? And so hopefully I pull a first edition because then I'll be able to show you what it looks like. But the all first editions are Shadowless. So this one right here is actually pretty good. This is a base Magnetron holograph. So it's
Jay just said PSA grading costs 50 cents a card.
no, I think it costs more than that.
Well, that's not. I mean, PSA grading for cards, or if you do the rush, we're talking about I think $65 a card.
Right. And depends on the cards as well, the grading.
All right. We want to do a little break. You want to see my video games for a sec?
Please pull them out. I'm gonna try to find more hollows.
We got Mike Tyson's Punch Out. So this is an 8.0.
What year is it?
Huh?
What year is that from? 98?
1990, 1980. Hold on. 1987. This is
87.
So this is complete in box, so that means that it's not sealed. If this were sealed, this would be worth 25,000. But it's worth about 700 because it's not sealed. Jordan versus Bird. Got that one. And then we got this. the sealed Tecmo Bowl. That's a big one. See how it's sealed.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'll show you the last one. I'll show you is this is probably what is this? This is so this is my most expensive game. So this is the best exemplar sealed NBA Jam in the world.
Oh wow.
So it's got an A plus plus seal and a 9.8, which is as high as you can get. So
And that's what it's graded.
9.8, pretty much. You can't really get a 10.
So so Darren, would you actually, if you could, you would charge $5 for people to look at your Twitter?
What'd you say? Oh, that's
Would
a
you?
good question. No, I actually wouldn't because I think that's kind of like that would be a short-sighted mistake. I think I probably make money by my volume, uh, and I'm not sure. Although someone said they'd pay $10 to hate follow me, uh, so I, I probably would have some hate followers, but I would never charge unless I had something to you know give away like a newsletter or something like a newsletter link or something like that.
I would say the only person I'd probably do it for is Elon.
Uh, is Elon Musk?
Yeah, I probably would pay the 5, just because he honestly does
Rules
control.
markets.
He really does, especially in crypto world. So he's one of these guys that like I definitely have my alerts on for him. Whenever he does say anything, I'm in on it. So
Someone said, "Is there a 20 card minimum for PSA grading?" No.
all right, so I finally found a hollow, a Gyarados base. So I don't
Is
know
it
if you
up
want to
or
look this one up. This one's actually pretty nice. The white's pretty good on the back.
is
There
it
is
worth
no
looking
white.
up?
Yeah, I would give it an 8.5 because it's actually off center a little bit. You see the one edge is a little longer. So you just want to check, make sure it's not misprint or anything. It's not, and it's got a shadow, so
It says
it's not that rare.
Gyarados Pokemon base unlimited hollow.
How much is running?
$20.
Dud. All right, I'm gonna keep going through. Here we go. Got an Ivysaur, Shadowless base. So once again, that's a good sign because I'm hoping we find a Venusaur in here, but another
Could we
first
have a
edition
Charizard in
jungle.
here, Simon?
Would you say, buddy?
Could we have a Charizard?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I just found a Blastoise
Right.
base pack. I know that wasn't worth as much, but I'm gonna keep running through these ones because they're all pretty common. Another War Turtle, Shadowless. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, that would have been. I'm really upset. I know, like the whole thing with them, like they didn't want to give you guys publicity, but you fighting him
You're
would have
still
been
on
so
that.
funny. Just because it's like I don't
It would have
know.
been worth millions of dollars, you know.
It honestly would have been worth the money just to see PFD actually get mad. Because I remember him back in the day, man. The Pro Football Talk. He was on their message board, and I don't even know how he did it. It was as if he had an alert anytime Mike Flory was going to say anything. He'd be on there, first person ever, always commenting, and it is hilarious now. Like he's like a multimillionaire, built a career off that from that message board. He's a
Well,
legend. I love Eric.
what was ahead of his time is to be the first to comment, right? And the value of being the first in comment in a message board is amazing. Um, so he
He's
was
one
ahead
of the
of his
first
time.
trolls
That's
I
the
can
only
ever
credit I
remember.
will ever give him. We have a question, Simon, from Leo Connolly. Do you think we will see another boom in other TCG games from 1999 like Digimon?
That's tough, man. Because like I have Magic cards from back in the day. I got Yu-Gi-Oh cards from back in the day. I've only gotten a couple of them graded, but it's definitely one of those. If you're into card collecting, I'm just gonna hold on to them. I think all these things have shelf life. Like you look at the data and the numbers, people in my generation, there's more millionaires my age than there was the generation before me. And they've just shown the math. It's like that every generation before it. So what we're looking at is we're at the early stage right now of my age for people in collectibles. Like you were saying, what is the age, Darren? It's like 30 to 55 or something like that with these collectibles for the most part. So that's where the money is. So right now, like the Pokemon market, it's a weird market because it's so cheap. Like Darren's saying, a lot of these cards are it's 20, it's $50, but like I have a whole stack here we're going through. Like these things add up. That's why I'm trying to get people like go through your stuff, try to find these cards.
The problem is obviously if grading 65, or then if you do like economy is 20, if you don't do the right evaluations, you're going to lose your butt.
For sure. I would definitely do the research like you're talking about, going on eBay before I'd send any cards out, because you want to see at least what the highest value is you can get. But again, I would tell people to hold, because like Logan Paul, he just bought all these first edition boxes, which are pretty much the last ones in existence. Once he cracks all those open, there's no more. Like all these cards are going to keep going up in value because there are no more new cards coming out from 99. So it's definitely one of those where I'm trying to get people to hold on to these cards here. I'm gonna go through real quick. So like basically right now, all I'm finding is like commons. This is actually a pretty good one. It's a Yellow Cheeks Pikachu Shadowless. You want to look that one up?
Yep.
Base. First edition.
All right. We got a Pikachu. First edition.
Boom. I actually just I found a good card.
Hold on. Wait.
Whew.
I can't find it. Oh, here it is. $130.
And that's not graded?
Not graded.
Oh, that's actually pretty sweet. Yeah, this one's pretty nice, man. No real color on it, no whitening. So this is what we've been looking for. This is a first edition Machamp. And the way you know it's first edition is there's no shadow over here. So this is the most common first edition card of all the cards. Like it's pretty hilarious it would be in here, because it is the most common one. So it pretty much came in every first edition box you'd buy. And this is my first find so far of the first edition holograph.
We got a question here. Jay says, can you explain red versus yellow cheeks?
So it's red cheeks and yellow cheeks. Basically, red cheeks is the rarest one. When you're looking through these cards, you want to find red cheeks base or red cheeks first edition. That's like, I mean, you can look that up. I bet you it's in the thousands, those, because they're so rare. Basically, the yellow cheeks, they're pretty common. The red
What are
cheeks
the cheeks
really
on?
rare.
The character?
Yeah, I can. I'll grab the Pikachu. So I'll try to see if I have a red
Those are
Pikachu
yellow
in
cheeks.
here.
I see that.
This is yellow cheek. So this is the more common one. Let's see. I'll go through, see if I can actually.
All right. I'm going to give you 10 minutes to go through the entire stack.
It's impossible. He's for another first edition jungle Vaporeon. You can look this one up actually. If you need me to spell it for you, it's Vaporeon. It's first edition jungle, non-hollow. And it is, I'd look up a graded 9 because this is really good condition. No whitening. Perfect centering. That's pretty nice.
Jungle Vaporeon non-hollow?
Non-hollow. Oh, screw that one. Forget it. I just found a Charizard.
Oh!
It's only base, but oh my god, that's sick. Not first edition, but man, Charizard. So I'll find the
Charizard base set 2?
Yep.
With
So
hollow or without?
It's hollow. So this Blastoise, see the I'll show the Blastoise first.
Raw, it's about $200.
That's pretty good. So this one you see there is no 2. That's the base, the Blastoise. This one, you see the 2 right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it hurts a little bit. Was hoping for a base, or first edition. That's still pretty sick. Pulling a Charizard. And that's the artwork's a little different than the base because they put the black in the 2, so that's pretty cool.
All right,
that's pretty sick.
I'm not gonna 9 minutes. The Action Network only paid me for an hour here.
Here we go. Another yellow cheek, Shadowless Pikachu. Cha-ching. I'm gonna fly through it. Don't worry, Darren.
By the way, what do you got in the back?
Another yellow cheek.
Shane Battier over there. Hey, is that a 1999 poster too?
It is, my man. All signed too.
Amazing. Your life stopped in 1999 for you.
Dude, I was killing it. I should pull out. I just found in my basement a rookie signed Shaquille O'Neal card.
Amazing.
Yes, because my dad had lived down there at the time. He got it at like a fundraiser. It was one of those things like whatever it was. He silent bidded it. So I'm taking that from him. All right, I'm gonna keep flying through. I don't know if I'm gonna chop a Charizard. I'll be honest with you, Darren. But that's pretty sick. Nope, nothing. Oh, here we go. You want to look that one up? It's a Raichu base. Holla. Woo-hoo-hoo. I would grade it at like an 8. There's a little bit of white on the back here.
In an 8.
Raichu. So that's the one that basically people will like just because Pikachu turns into.
Is it first edition?
It is not. I wish. I know.
150.
I know. Oh,
First
take it. That's what I mean. People, these are.
Yeah, they're $100 bills. We're not throwing out $100 bills here.
Like I'm not gonna sell any because I'm just gonna keep adding to the collection. But this is pretty sick full of Charizard right now, and getting towards the end here. Another Shadowless Wartortle. That's a third Shadowless Wartortle I found in this pack. That's really random. I should give one away.
Are you disappointed or are you happy?
I'm happy in the sense that this is the end. Another Charmeleon. I'm happy in the sense that
we've had about $1,500 in value, I think.
At least I'm gonna get these graded. I mean, we can do that like towards. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm probably gonna wait towards football season just because everything's so crazy right now. The grading market. They're not that they're understaffed, but it seems like they are. Like people are waiting.
No, they just can't. They just can't. Listen, they're now under new ownership. The Churning Group's part of the ownership company that has some ownership in the Action Network. We pray that they can help turn it around. But yeah, it takes too long. It takes way too long.
But it's definitely one of those where these people, that are watching this, when you're going through your Pokemon cards, you want to look for those little things, the shadowless things and the hollows. And that's really the only ones you should be getting graded. Like go on eBay, like Darren said, and try to look these things up. Because like literally, I just found this trove. Darren just said it might be worth $1,500, $2,000, and I found it in my basement. It's been down there for 20 years, so it's definitely one of those you kind of want to dive through some of these cards because.
And make sure you guys watch my show, Buyer's Market, sponsored by eBay. We'll have a show next week. I'll show you what I got on eBay today, Simon.
Please do.
I've been killing it on the. So in 1985, they used to put Rock Band's a card in a plastic sheet inside Wonder Bread breads, and there are 2 total graded Bon Jovi cards from that set, and I have 2 ungraded. And I recently got an entire sheet. Look at the Bon Jovi. Look at the Bon Jovi card.
Oh my God! Look at their hair. I mean, the 80s.
Get out of here.
Oh, what a weird time that was.
Boy George.
Oh yeah. So how do you even get something like that? How do you get that graded when it's uncut?
You don't. I'm actually going to try to cut it. I'm going to try to cut. I knew that it would be rolled up, and I knew that the Bon Jovi would be unaffected because I think that's the one that. I mean, although you can do, we got Bryan Adams here in the corner if you want. All right, well, this was fun, Simon.
It was good, man.
I'm sorry we didn't cache, but it wasn't a bad night overall.
Yeah, at least it wasn't a bunch of energies, and we get to find out that Darren's never been punched in the face.
Never been punched in the face. Last question. Jay says thoughts on PSA versus Beckett on Pokemon grading.
It depends what you're looking for. Like, I know a lot of people like Beckett because if you can get a 10, it's worth more honestly than PSA 10. So,
which is interesting because it's the other way around for cards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually it's better to go for the 10s with Beckett. So I would say I usually send mine there first. And if they give me a 9 or an 8 and I really like the card, I'll send it to PSA. Because I mean, I have the money and like these cards are worth it, especially these higher level ones. But yeah, I wouldn't do that for obviously what Darren's saying for baseball cards, other things. But for Pokemon cards, I like sending it to Beckett.
All right, this was Pokemon Card Finders Keepers. We got about $1,500 worth of value with Simon Hunter. We had a good night. Let's. I wish I had more things that I hadn't opened from 1999. Although
Yeah, right.
I was a senior in college, and I was the broadcaster for the Northwestern men's basketball team, the last Big Ten basketball team to go 0-15 in the Big Ten. That was a year, man. That was something else.
Yeah, you're going to a lot of Counting Crows concerts.
What concerts did I go to? I'm trying to think about what I had my head down. I was
You had to
just
go to the Beastie Boys, right?
I was
Those are your
broadcasting. No,
people.
I was broadcasting the games. I was so dedicated to that. But we were so bad. I still have the ticket from the game. We held the record for the least points scored in a half of a Division I basketball game against Illinois, February 6th, 1999, I believe. We scored 6 points. And I was told that was beaten in recent years by Northern Illinois, who scored 4. But man, was it bad. It was bad.
It's a perfect ending for this show.
I know. All right, thanks guys for watching. For Simon Hunter, the Action Network. Thanks to Christina Ventura and Evan Abrams on the back end. Don't forget to watch the Buyer's Market, sponsored by Pokemon, and don't forget to listen to the Favorites podcast with Chad Millman and Simon Hunter. Good night, everyone.